Good evening, everyone. This is Robert, RJL 518, welcoming you to another exciting edition of Inside Pitch, the 1976 season. It is Memorial Day weekend, of course, here, but not in on this date. Today's date is July 17th, 1976. We are at Shea Stadium for a big game between the Houston Astros and the greatest baseball team of all time, the New York Mets. Okay, well, I know. We are here at Shea in a big game between the Astros and the Mets. The Astros come into this game at 43-45. And they are 2 games under 500, 5th place in the National League West, but very much alive. The Mets come into this game at 48-42. They are 3rd place in the National League East, although they do have more wins than the Pirates do. The Pirates have 46 wins. The Mets have 48, but the Pirates do have a better percentage rating. And that's why the Mets are in 3rd at this time as we now begin our move into the playoff push. Steeler fan Philip Reynolds, Ronald Spearsky, BBBB joins us here at Shea Stadium for a big game tonight. We got a heck of a pitching matchup tonight. It should be a lot of fun. Tribe fan 879 joins us here as well here at Shea Stadium. This should be fun. I'm looking for a good game. The Astros historically won this game 1-0. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. The Mets were no runs, 5 hits and an error. So it was a pitcher's duel between these two, and I'm pretty much expecting that as it is. Let's take a look and see. Starting pitcher for the New York Mets will be Tom Terrific Seaver. 14 wins, 11 losses, 2.59 ERA. Tom Seaver, the franchise. Tom Terrific, one of the greatest pitchers in baseball history. Top 10 pitcher in baseball history, if not top 5. He's in my starting rotation of all time, Tom Seaver. Only 2 pitchers in baseball history have a record of over 300 wins, 3,000 strikeouts, and an ERA under 3. And that is Walter Johnson and Tom Seaver. But tonight he's going to have to deal with a pretty decent Astros team who's trying to stay alive in the playoffs. But they're doing pretty good. As I said, they're 43-45. But they are right now, they're only 1 win out of 3rd. So anything's possible. We got lots of baseball to play. Top of the 1st inning, let's get things started. Leading off for the Houston Astros, right fielder Greg Gross, 286 average, no homers, 27 RBIs. Blue, orange, and white dice for the Mets. They are the home team. Let's get things started here as this ball game is underway. Seaver will pitch, 6-1, strikeout, and that 15 is a no. Shea Stadium adds 5 to strikeouts and subtracts 1 from walks. But even with the +5, Gross is a 7. That would be a 12. The 15 is a no, so no strikeout. Gross will swing 3-2, and he grounds out to second. I always get a little bit more excited when my Mets are on the board. Next batter is second baseman Rob Andrews, 256 average, no homers, 23 RBIs. Tom Terrific will pitch. 2-4, that's a blank. He's not tired. Andrews swings 2-1. That's a ground out to second as well. 2 quick outs by Tom Seaver. And that will bring up center fielder Cesar Cedeno, all-star, one of the all-stars from the All-Star game. 297 average, 18 homers, 83 RBIs. Of course, Seaver was also on the National League All-Star team in the All-Star game. Seaver will pitch 5-5. That's at the park. Shea Stadium says 5-4. That's going to be a ground out to 3rd and a 1-2-3 inning for Seaver as he gets off to a great start. So we go to the bottom of the 1st. Starting pitcher for the Houston Astros, Joaquin Andujar. 9 wins, 10 losses, 3.60 ERA. Started with the Astros, would make his way to the St. Louis Cardinals later in his career. Andujar, I always felt Andujar was an underrated pitcher. This guy had a very good arm. Joaquin Andujar, very, very solid pitcher in his career. Leading off for the Mets in the bottom of the first will be third baseman Mike Phillips. He's at third for this game. 256 average, 4 homers, 29 RBIs. So Andujar will pitch. 5-1 against the lefty. That's a blank. Phillips will swing. 3-5. Leadoff single to center. Phillips gets a base hit for the Mets. Phillips will trot down to first. And that will bring up second baseman Felix Millan. 282 average, a homer, 35 RBIs. The infield moves halfway. Phillips really not a threat to steal. A 3 or lower, he can do it. That is a 19. That's not happening. And Millan is not going to bunt this early. So we'll go ahead and play. Phillips on at first. Andujar will pitch. 1-4. Home run, question mark. Very difficult for Millan to hit one, though. That is a 13 against a righty. That's a 1-18. That 13 does pass. Now, Millan against a right-handing pitcher is a 1. The only way Millan can get this one out of here is on a 1. No, it is a 9, so not a home run, but Millan will hit away. 1-3, and against a right-hander, that's still a base hit past first. That's a single for Millan. He doesn't get the homer, but he does get the base hit. Phillips' base running rating is a 3. Single past third, and that first pass first, actually, and Phillips will easily make third base. And so quickly, 2 quick hits for the Mets. So runners at first and third starting here. Next up for the Mets will be left fielder Bruce Beauclair. 287 average, 2 homers, 13 RBIs. The Astros are going to keep the infield halfway. They'll play for 2. They'll give up a run early if necessary. It's only the first inning. Let's see Millan. Let's see if anything happening on the bases. That is a 14, no. Andujar will pitch. And that is a 1-4. Again with the home run, question mark. Beauclair will lefty, a 1-7. The 18 is too high. Beauclair will swing. 3-2, star 1, and that is a ground ball to second base. Phillips is coming in to score, and they're going to see if they turn the double play. 2-0-3. Shortstop for the Astros is Metzger. -1 is a 2. So we're 1-2. The Astros turn the double play. Yes, they do. 2 outs. But Phillips does come in to score, and the Mets get on the board quickly, 1-0. As I know, the Astros would trade 2 outs for the run. It does put the Mets up front, 1-0. So it is a grounder double play, 4-6-3, but there are now 2 outs. Next batter for the Mets, right fielder Dave King Kong Kingman. 238 average, 37 homers, 86 RBIs. He was a National League All-Star. Andujar will go ahead and pitch. 6-4. 6-4, and that is an error chance. Kingman will swing. 1-5. That's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Enos Cabell. His error rating is a 9. That's a 4. That's going to be an error on Cabell. He picks it up and just drops out of his hand. And Kingman's going to be safe at first on an E5. Oh, wow. So that keeps the inning alive. First error on the Astros in the game. As Kingman belted it to third, but Cabell couldn't handle it, and that's going to be an error on Cabell. So Kingman goes to first, and the Mets keep the inning alive. First baseman Ed Kranepool is up next. 292 average, 10 homers, 49 RBIs. 2 outs. Kingman on at first. I don't think you'll do anything with it. Let's see if anything on the strat. That is a 3. Ooh, Kingman can steal here. Let's see what we can do here. He's got a 13. He's got a 13. +1 is a 14. Ed Herman is the Astro catcher. +1 is a 15. No, I'll let Kranepool swing. It's 2 outs. Andujar will go ahead and pitch. 3-2. Strikeout 1. Got him. He will get Kranepool and end the inning. Strikeout number 1 for Joaquin Andujar, as he does get Kranepool on that. but the Mets pick up 1 run on 2 hits. There was an error, but the error didn't lead to the run. After 1, it is 1-0 in favor of the Metropolitans. Top of the second inning coming up. Leading off for the Astros, first baseman Bob Watson. Now, Watson is credited with the 1 millionth run. According to Major League Baseball last night, Josh Donaldson just became the 2 millionth run. Yes, I see it, Dave. Thank you very much for joining me, my good man. I saw it. Thank you very much. You are the man, Mr. Gardner. So I did see that come through on my system. Bob Watson had the 1 millionth run, is what they're saying, but Josh Donaldson just got the 2 millionth run in Major League Baseball history, and they said that happened last night. So we have the 1 millionth run getter, and now we have the 2 millionth run that was done last night. Seaver will pitch to Bob Watson. And that is a 2-2. That's going to be a double question mark. Watson, a righty, a 1-19 is an automatic out. That 13 is going to be just that. It's going to be a star 3 and a ground out to first. So Tom Seaver has given up 4 ground outs to start the game. Next batter is the left fielder, Jose Cruz. 303 average, 4 homers, 61 RBIs. That's correct. Watson scored just ahead of Concepcion. Seaver with the pitch, 1-6. Home run question mark. Cruz a lefty, a 1-12. The 18 is too high. Cruz will swing, 1-1. Base hit to left field. So Cruz doesn't get a homer, but he does get a single to left. He will go to first. And the next batter, third baseman, Enos Cabell. 273 average, 2 homers, 43 RBIs. The infield will move to halfway. Cruz is a stealing threat. A 6 or lower, he can take a chance. That 8 is no good, but Cabell, though, does have a hit and run a possibility. And let's see, I don't think so, because Shea Stadium is such a nasty place for strikeouts. I'm going to call that off and let Cabell hit normally. Seaver will pitch. 3-3. That's a blank. Cabell will swing. 6-3. Ground ball, second base. Let's see if they turn the double play. 2-0-3. Shortstop, Harrelson. -1 is a 2. Yes, they do. Second base to shortstop. Back to first. Double play. Inning over. The 4-6-3 twin killing. No runs and a hit for the Astros as we go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Mets will be Del Unser. Unser is in center field for this game. 228 average, 12 homers, 40 RBIs. Andujar will deal. That's a 4-3, and that is a blank against the lefty. Unser will swing, 3-5. Base hit right past the second baseman. A single for Unser. Second time in the ball game that the Mets get the leadoff runner on. Next up for the Mets will be the catcher, Jerry Grody. 272 average, 4 homers, 28 RBIs. The infield will go to halfway. Unser does have a slight steal ability. Let's see what comes up. That is a 4. Yes, he does, but Unser with a stolen base rating of 10 and Grody a 272 hitter. I'll call that off. Andujar will pitch. 2-5. Error on a throw. Grody, 5-2. And that's going to be a pop-up to the shortstop. There won't be an error there, obviously, so that is out number 1. So Grody pops out to short. And speaking of short, here's the shortstop for the Mets, Bud Harrelson, 234 average, a homer, 26 RBIs. Again, coming up with the strat, see if anything happening. The 17 says a no. Andujar will pitch. 1-6, strikeout 1, got him. He will get Harrelson easily on that. And that is strikeout number 2 for Andujar. He had only 59 of them in 76. But Shea Stadium will give him a hand, will give him a help here. Infield will move back. The next batter will be the pitcher, Tom Seaver. Only batted .085 that year as a hitter. Anything happening on the bases? 5 says a no. I'm not going to send I could send Unser with a stolen base rating of 10 plus 1. Pitcher at bat, and Herman plus 1. So 1 to 12 for Unser to try to steal. And Seaver is the batter. Nah, Seaver, I'll pitch it. 5-1 against a righty. That's going to be an automatic out. And Seaver, star 5, fly out to center. Shallow fly to center, inning over. So no runs and a hit for the Mets. After 2, it is 1-0 in favor of my Mets. Third inning coming up. Leading off for the Astros will be their catcher, Ed Herman. 199 average, 5 homers, 33 RBIs, and 76. Seaver will go ahead and deal. 2-1, strikeout 8, got him. He gets him easily, and that's the first strikeout for Seaver. Out number 1. Seaver had 235 of them in 1976. One of his better years. Next up is the shortstop, Roger Metzger, 210 average, a homer, 29 RBIs. Seaver will pitch, 1-5, range play. Metzger swings, 2-1. That's a ground ball to second base. That's it to Felix Millan. Infield is normal. His range is a 3. Nope, that's going to be a base hit. Metzger will get it past Millan, and he will trot down to first. Single for Metzger. And the batter will be Joaquin Andujar. 140 as a pitcher. Probably will bunt. The corners are going to come in. And we'll see if that bunt comes up. That is a 12. His bunt rating is a 4. Yeah, the bunt comes up. And even if it didn't, I usually call an automatic bunt for the pitcher. Andujar is going to try to bunt Metzger over to second. So let's see what we got here. So first Seaver gets the pitch. That is a 6-3 strikeout. Now, strikeouts are halved on a bunt attempt. So 39 plus 5 is 44. Divided by 2 is 22. That is an 18. And Joaquin Andujar just strikes out anyway. Struck him out. Strikeout number 2 for Seaver. And pretty much what that means when you try to bunt, he probably bunted it foul on strike 3. So Andujar strikes out. 2 men down. The batter now will be Greg Gross. The infield goes back. And let's see. Gross is 0 for 1. Anything happening on the bases? Nope. Seaver will pitch. 3-5. Strikeout. Strikeout 6. Got him. He will get Gross on that. And Tom Seaver strikes out the side. He does allow a base hit, but he struck him out. 3 struck out the side. 3 strikeouts now for Seaver. And we go to the bottom of the third. No runs and a hit for the Astros. Leading off for the Mets will be Phillips. Phillips is 1 for 1, singled his first time up. Joaquin Andujar will pitch. And that's a 5-2. That's at the park. Shea Stadium will say 4-5, and that's a fly out to right. So out number 1. And next up is Felix Millan. Millan is 1 for 1. He's singled. Andujar will deal. And that's a 2-5. That's a possible error on a throw. Millan 1-1. And that's going to be a line out to third. No throw there. So that's out number 2. So Joaquin Andujar matching Seaver pretty well. Minus the 1 run, but not minus the 1 run, but that does happen. Here's Bruce Beauclair. Beauclair grounded out into a double play his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. Andujar pitches 3-3. Walk plus 10. That's 17. Yes, we'll walk him. Beauclair becomes a 19 then. Minus 1 is an 18, and that will walk Beauclair. So the Mets keep the inning alive on a walk. First walk issued by Andujar. He had 73 of them that season. And now a chance for Kong. Kong reached on an error. He's 0 for 1, though. Reached on an error on the third baseman by Cabell. Beauclair on it first. And we'll see if anything happening on the bases. That is an 18, no. Beauclair ready there, ready to go. Andujar with the pitch. That's a 2-5. That's again an error on a throw. Kingman will swing 1-4, star 6, and that's just going to be a fly out to right, and the inning will end. There is no throwing error. So the Mets get a walk, but that is all. And 3 are in the books. 1-0 Mets. We got a pitcher's duel so far, just like the game actually was that day. But the Astros had the 1-0 lead. In this game, it's the Mets. But we'll see how long that can go. Brian Patterson joins us here at Shea Stadium. Can't say celebrating mothers and birthdays. Brother's birthday, catch a game later. You got it, BP. We'll see you later. Go ahead and check the replay if you can. Top of the 4th. Here's Rob Andrews. Andrews is 0 for 1. Seaver, 5-6 against the righty. Strikeout plus. No doubt about that. On a 5, he'll get Andrews. Struck him out. Strikeout number 4 for Seaver. Now he's starting to bring the heat. Next batter is Cedeno. Cedeno is 0 for 1. Seaver ready to deal to Cedeno. 3-4. That's a possible error. Cedeno will swing. 5-5. That's a base. That's a possible error. That's a possible infield single. It's a slow rolling grounder to third base. It's not an error. It's a slow rolling grounder to third base. Cesar Cedeno's base running rating is a 4. A 1-4, he'll make it to first, and a 5-6, he's out. Cedeno goes the throw, and he is out of there. What a play by Mike Phillips. Throws to first and gets Cedeno out, 2 outs. Nailed him by a step. So that just goes as a ground out to third. That is one of the new rules in the beta system. In the new rules for the beta systems to now give some more infield singles and makes the game a little bit more exciting. We are using the beta rules for inside pitch, which me, Chris, and a number of other people helped them work out so far. 2 men down, and that will bring up Bob Watson. Watson is 0 for 1. Seaver with the pitch. 1-4, strikeout 12, got him, struck him out. Watson goes down on a K, and that is a 5th strikeout for Seaver. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Astros. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Seaver really beginning to deal. But the Mets, though, remember, the 1976 New York Mets had the best pitching staff in baseball. They just couldn't hit a lick. Although they did have a game when they played the Padres and won 16-3, so maybe Inside Pitch forgot that memo. I don't know. Here's Ed Kranepool. Kranepool is 0 for 1. The Mets had the best pitching staff in baseball that year. I mean, when you've got Seaver, Matlack, and Kuzman, plus you got Lockwood, and Swan, and Lolich, that team can't be that bad, at least on the mound. Andujar, that is a 3-4. That's blank. Kranepool will swing. 5-3, fly out the left. Mets really couldn't hit a lick that year. Here's Del Unser. Unser is 1 for 1, singled his first time up. Andujar with the pitch. 3-1, strikeout 7. Yep, that'll get him easily. Struck him out. And Andujar gets his 3rd strikeout. Shea Stadium, like I said, a +5 for strikeouts. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Next batter is Jerry Grody, but then one of the reasons why Seaver probably had 235 strikeouts. Grody is 0 for 1. Andujar ready to pitch. 3-3, walk +10. That's 16. Yep, that will walk him. Grody then becomes a 23, and he will walk to first. So Andujar gives up his 2nd walk of the game. Allows the inning to continue for Bud Harrelson. Harrelson 0 for 1. See anything happening on the bases? That is a 1. I'm not going to steal Grody. No, he'll stay right where he's at. Andujar will go ahead and pitch to Harrelson. That's a 4-1. That's a switch hitter left. That's a blank. Harrelson will swing. 5-1. Single past second for a base hit for Harrelson. Grote's base running rating is a 1. Becomes a 2 with 2 outs. Still needs to be a 3 in order to make it the third. He is not. He's slow as molasses, and he will stay at second base. A single for Harrelson. But now can Tom Seaver come through with a hit? Didn't have many of them that year. Only batted .085, so Seaver's going to go ahead and try to hit and see if he can get in a run here. Anything happening on the bases? The 9 says no. Grote will go ahead and be ready to go on the hit. Andujar will pitch. 6-1. Error on a grounder. Seaver will go ahead and swing. 2-4, and that's going to be a fly out to left, and that will end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Mets, and they get a walk after 4. Still 1-0 in favor of the Metros. Typical pitchers duel like I figured we would see. Top of inning number 5. And here's Jose Cruz. Cruz is 1 for 1, singled his first time up. Tom Terrific will deal. 3-6, strikeout 10, got him. Struck him out. Strikeout number 6 for Seaver. He gets Cruz there. And here is Enos Cabell. Cabell is 0 for 1. Seaver ready to deal. And that's a 1-2. Strikeout 9. Yep, got him. Struck him out. Strikeout number 7 for Seaver. And he is dealing right now. Took him a little bit to get warmed up. And now here's Ed Herman. Herman struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Steeler fan says he should have seen enough of it. You've seen enough of him. I certainly haven't. Seaver will pitch. 3-2 against the lefty. That's a walk plus 10. And that 18, it becomes an 18 minus 1 is a 17. No, he does not walk Herman. Herman will get to swing, though. And that's a 6-2. And against a righty, that's just going to be a ground out to first. And the inning is over. Another 1-2-3 inning on the Astros. Seaver has 7 strikeouts tonight, halfway through the game, 1-0 Mets, but still very close. Joaquin Andujar is pitching a heck of a game himself as well. Bottom of the 5th. Batting for the Mets, Mike Phillips. Phillips is 1 for 2. Andujar ready to deal. He'll pitch to Phillips. Andujar, 1-1. Range play. Phillips, 1-4. That's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Watson. His range is a 1. No, that's going to be a base hit. Is that going to be a single or a double? That's going to be a double for Mike Phillips down the line. Down the line into the corner. Watson could make the play. That will go down the line. Phillips, leadoff man at second. Leadoff double for the Mets. And every run these days is precious in this game. Here's Felix Millan. Millan is 1 for 2. Infield is back normal. We'll see if anything happening on the bases. That is a 17, no. Andujar will go ahead and pitch to Millan. That's a 5-6. That's a walk. That 10. No walk. Millan will swing away. 6-5. And it's a ground ball to short. The throw goes to first for out number 1. Phillips's base running rating is a 3. A 1-3. He'll take third. Yes, he will. It was a slow rolling grounder. Allowed Phillips to go to third base. So 1 out and a runner in scoring position. Next batter for the Mets will be Bruce Beauclair. Beauclair is 0 for 1. He walked his last time up. The Astros are going to call the infield in. They don't want Phillips to score. In a game like this right now between Andujar and Seaver, every run is important. So Phillips' base running rating will be a 1 on a grounder. Let's see if anything happening on the bases still. That is a 7 and no. Andujar will go ahead and pitch. That is a 2-3. That's a blank. Beauclair will swing. 4-6 popped up in the infield. He pops it out to second. And that is the second out. So that's a big out by Andujar. And now it's up to King Kong. Kong is 0 for 2. Reached on an error and flew out. See if anything happening on the bases. That is a 20. Andujar tries to get Phillips. Tries to get Phillips on third. The throw to third. It is a 14. And Phillips gets back. And you got to be very careful. Andujar has a bulk rating of 1 to 5. Very careful. But Phillips gets back to third base. So now he will pitch to Kingman. Can Kingman get a run in for the Mets? Andujar. 3-6. That's a blank. Kingman gets the swing. 4-6. 4-6. Kaboom! That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep to center field. Going back for it is Cedeno. He's going to run out of room. That is in the parking lot. Home run, Dave King Kong Kingman. A 4-6 is an H8. That is a straight home run to center field. And that was not a bad pitch by Andujar. Kingman just went ahead and golfed at it and sent it out of here. 2-run jack, 3-0 Mets. Stadium and Section 518 cheer. EA! Section 1933 groans. Dave Kingman, a 2-run jack. And that's off his card, which shows you how much power he has. Sent that to the depths of Skull Island. Yep. 3-0 Mets, and Andujar can't believe it. That was a good pitch. That was not a fault by Andujar. Kingman just got all of it. And the batter will be Ed Kranepool. Kranepool is 0 for 2. 3-0 Mets on a homer. Andujar will pitch. 6-2, strikeout, 10. Yep, got him. He'll get Kranepool and end the inning. And that is strikeout number 4 for Andujar. 2 runs for the Mets on 2 hits. A 2-run jack by Kong. 3-0 Metropolitans. And is that going to be enough for Seaver? As we go to the top of the 6th. He hit that one into the parking lot. That one was way out of here. There ain't nothing. They ain't going to find that ball because that ball disintegrated. Top of the 6th inning, here's Roger Metzger for the Astros. He's 1 for 1, singled his first time up. Seaver now with a 3-run lead. Let's see what he can do with it. And that is a Sewer dice. I will re-roll that. Seaver, 5-3. That's strikeout 6. Got him. He gets Metzger. Strikeout number 8 for Seaver. 1 out. The batter now is the pitcher, Joaquin Andujar. And I'm going to check to see how many batters he's got left. He's got 5 batters left. Do you take him out now, or do you let him pitch a little while longer? I know it's the 6th inning. Pitched to 28 batters. He's got 4 batters left before he's tired. Actually, 5 batters left before he's tired. I'm going to let Andujar bat. Seaver will go ahead and pitch to Andujar. This is 70s baseball, not 2021. 6-5 against the switch hitter left. That's a blank. Andujar gets the swing. 4-4, and he flies out to center. So 2 men down. And now the batter is Greg Gross. Gross is 0 for 2. 2 outs. Seaver with the pitch. 2-6. Range play at the park. Shea Stadium, 6-5. That's a fly ball to center field. That is hit to Del Unser. His range is a 3. Yes, he's got it. Makes the catch, side retired. Fly out to center, a 1-2-3 inning for Seaver. And we go to the bottom of the 6th, still 3-0 in favor of the Mets. Leading off for the Mets will be Del Unser. Unser is 1 for 2. Andujar will pitch to Unser. 6-5, range play. Unser's 2-1, star 3, ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Cabell. His range is a 4. No, it's going to be a base hit, and that's going to be a single for Unser. Cabell couldn't make the play. Single for Del Unser. That's Unser's second hit of the game. He's now 2 for 3. As Cabell couldn't make the play at third. And now here's Jerry Grody. Grody is 0 for 1. He popped out and walked. The infield is going to be halfway. Unser does have a steal ability. And that 10 says a negative. So nothing happening there. Unser on at first. Andujar will pitch to Grody. And that's a 6-4. That's a possible error. Grody, 3-1, star 6. Fly ball to right field. That ball is hit to Gross. His error rating is a 4. That's a 16. He'll make the catch. Out number 1. No error. Nice play by Gross. And now here's Bud Harrelson. Harrelson is 1 for 2. Still 1 out. The infield is still halfway. Anything happening on the bases? A 16 is a no. Andujar will go ahead and pitch. And that is a 1-5. That's at the park. Shea Stadium, 4-3. Star 2. That's a grounder to short. Let's see if they turn the double play. 0-0-1. Second base, Andrews is a 0. The only way they turn the double play is on a 1. Nope. Unser is going to be thrown out at second on the 3. And Harrelson is safe at first. 2 outs. Fielder's choice. And that will bring up Tom Seaver. And some guy coming to the plate, name is Kevin Cash, and he's talking to Tom Seaver, says, hey, look, man, I know you're up 3-0, you know, and you're pitching beautifully, but I got to take you out for a pinch hitter. Tom Seaver looks at this guy named Kevin Cash and looks at him with laser beams shooting out of his eyes and goes ahead and turns him into ash. Seaver will bat. Why? Of course, he's up 3-0, and he's pitching like he normally does, which is, well, great. 2 outs. Anything happening on the bases, and that is an 18, nothing happening. Andujar will pitch. 4-3 against the righty. That's a walk plus 10. 22 for Seaver. That will walk him. Wow, Andujar walks Seaver. He walks the pitcher. One of the worst things you could do. And Seaver will trot down to first on a walk. So Andujar walks Seaver, keeps the inning alive. And now here's Mike Phillips. Phillips is 2 for 3, a single and a double. Andujar, and this will make and he will be tired after Phillips. And let's see, are they going to pitch to him? Yeah, they'll pitch to him. So Andujar will pitch to Phillips. Doesn't matter it doesn't matter in this case who's on the mound. So runners at first and second. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th, 3-0. Andujar will go ahead and we'll see if anything happening on the bases. That is a 3, and nope. Andujar will pitch, and that's a 6-5. That's a range play. Phillips will swing. 4-4, star 3. That's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Cabell. He gets another chance. His range is a 4. This time he makes the catch, and that he makes the play, and he's going to throw to second to get Seaver and end the inning. So Cabell this time makes the play at third. No runs, a hit, and a walk. After 6, the Mets are still leading 3-0 on the Astros. Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims joins us here at Shea Stadium. Welcome, sir, as always, to everybody who watches my games, whether on a replay or on the stream. Top of inning number 7. Leading off for the Astros will be Andrews. He is 0 for 2. Seaver right now in a bit of a groove, and he's got plenty of gas in his tank. Seaver will pitch. 2-6. Range play at the park. Shea Stadium, 1-4. That is a base hit to right field, possible double, but that is a range play first. It's the right field. That's the Kingman. Kingman's range is a 2. No, that's going to be at least 1. Andrews rounding first. He's got to try for second. His base running rating is a 3. Kingman's a 0. A 1-3. Andrews is on second. 4-5 he holds. 6 he is out. And he makes it to second, so he turns the single into a double. So a big double by Andrews puts a leadoff runner on for the Astros, as Shea Stadium does not help out Seaver there. Next batter will be Cesar Cedeno. Cedeno is 0 for 2. The infield is normal. Anything on the bases, a 9 is a no. Andrews on second. Seaver will pitch to Cedeno from the stretch. 5-5. That's at the park. Shea Stadium says 6-2, and that's going to be a grounder to second base. The throw goes to first for out number 1, and Andrews automatically takes third. The batter now is Bob Watson. Watson is 0 for 2. The Mets are going to play the infield back. They're up by 3 runs. They'll rather just get the out and not worry about any range plays. So they're going to play the infield back. Andrews means he will probably score on a grounder. Seaver will go. Let's see if anything happening on the bases first. That is an 11, and the answer is no. Seaver will pitch. 3-2. Against a righty, that's a blank. Watson swings. 4-1. Base hit center field. The Astros are on the board. Single for Watson. Andrews will come in to score. It's 3-1. As Bob Watson gets himself a big hit and finally breaks through Seaver. Good hit by Bob Watson. 3-1 now. And now the batter is Jose Cruz. Cruz is 1 for 2. Infield is now halfway. Watson has a slight ability to steal, and that is a 1, but I just don't see him doing that. Cruz hits 303, and I'm not going to steal, so Cruz will go ahead and swing. Seaver with the pitch. 3-4. Possible error. Cruz will swing. 3-3 against the righty. That's a double to left field for Cruz. Cruz gets a double to left, and that is hit to Beauclair. His error rating is a 0, so there's not going to be an error. But now let's see if Watson scores. Base running rating is a 2. Double to left -1. Beauclair +1 is a 2. So a 1-2, Watson scores. Yes, he does. Watson comes in to score. Cruz's base running rating's a 4, and that is a 1. A 1-4, Cruz takes third. No, he holds it second. Cruz with an RBI double. Brings in Watson, and now it's 3-2. As the Astros have now come back. Jose Cruz gets a big RBI double off of Seaver. And now it's 3-2, and the Mets fans here at Shea Stadium getting a little nervous. And the next batter is Enos Cabell. Cabell is 0 for 2. The infield is back. Anything happening on the bases? That is a 17 no. Seaver will pitch. 4-6. Wild pitch. 10. Yep, that goes to the backstop. Cruz goes to third. Oh, Seaver having a tough inning now. A wild pitch by Tom Seaver. allows Cruz to go to third, and the tying run is 90 feet away. Now the Mets have to call the infield in. Fans here at Shea Stadium can't believe it. A double, a single, two doubles and a single in this inning. And some of it was a help by Shea Stadium. 3-2. Seaver in a jam. We'll check to see if anything happening on the bases. That is an 18 and no. Seaver will pitch to Cabell. And that's a 3-6. Strikeout. 8 got him. Strikes out Cabell. Boy, did Seaver need that. Strikeout number 9. 2 outs. Big K by Seaver. And now here's Ed Herman. Herman is 0 for 2. 2 outs. Anything happening on the bases? That is a 17. Nothing happening. Seaver will pitch to Herman. Cruz on at third. The infield is normal. Seaver pitches. 4-4. That's a walk. And that 4, yep, will walk Herman. Oh, Seaver allows Herman to walk, and the go-ahead run is on first. What a tough inning so far. And the batter now for the Astros is Metzger. Metzger's 1 for 2. He has a single in this game. They're going to go talk to Seaver on the mound. See what he wants to do. He says, let me pitch here. Let me get out of this inning if we can. He says, okay, Tom, it's your ball. This is your stadium. You pretty much built it. Metzger 1 for 2. Herman on at first. Cruz on at third. Anything happening on the bases? No. Seaver will pitch. And that's a 4-3. Range play. Metzger will swing. 6-1. That's a fly ball to center field. That is hit to Unser. Unser's range is a 3. If he doesn't make this, it's a tie game. No, he doesn't get it. This ball game is tied. And is that going to be a single or a double? That's going to be a double by Metzger. It's over his head. It's over his head. Cruz will come in to score. Herman's base running rating is a 1 with 2 outs. Double to center field plus 1 is a 3. Unser -1. A 1-2. Herman is out. Herman scores. 3-5. He holds 6. Someone's out. That is a 4. Herman scores at third. Roger Metzger hits it over Unser's head. We got a tie game at 3. Shea, section 1933, cheers. Yay! Shea Stadium and section 518, groan. Ugh. That will bring up the pitcher, Joaquin Andujar, but he, of course, is going to come back for this. The Astros will go to the bench, and it will be Cliff Johnson coming up to pinch it. Cliff Johnson will pinch it, 226 average, 10 homers, 49 RBIs. The Astros have tied this game up. Unbelievable. But Herman had to hold it third. Now here's Johnson. Seaver has to deal. And they will pitch to Johnson. Anything on the strat? 17, no. Seaver will pitch. 1-6. Home run question mark. Johnson a righty. A 1-17. The 18 is too high. You got to be kidding me. Johnson misses a chance by 1. But Johnson does get to swing, and that's a 1-4, and he hits a deep fly ball to center field, but not deep enough. Unser will make the catch and end the inning. 3 runs for the Astros on 4 hits and a walk. And this game just got really interesting. And we are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. don't forget, after tonight's game, we'll have the 10-minute ticker. And with tomorrow being Memorial Day, I am not going to stream a baseball game. I may do something else, but I will not do a baseball game tomorrow night, with it being Memorial Day on a holiday. So no game tomorrow night, but we will return on Tuesday for July 19th. We got a good matchup on Tuesday. It will be the Oakland Athletics taking on the Cleveland Indians. Vida Blue will be pitching for the A's and Jim Bibby for the Indians. So a good matchup on Tuesday to continue our season. Oakland at Cleveland. Vida Blue on the mound. So I don't think you want to miss that one. That should be fun. Bottom of the 7th inning, tied at 3. The Astros come right back. Leading off for the Mets is going to be Felix Millan. The Astros need a pitcher. And coming on to pitch for the Astros will be Gene Pence. Gene Pence, 3 wins, 3 losses, 5 saves, a 2.97 ERA. Gene Pence will pitch to Felix Millan to start the inning. Tied at 3, bottom of the 7th. Seaver was rolling along and then the wheels fell off. Now we see if the Mets can maybe get some runs back. Here's the pitch from Pence. 4-1. Home run question mark. And against a righty, that's a 1-12. The 9 passes, again Millan against a righty. The only way he can get a homer is on a 1. Nope, 16 is too high. But Millan will swing. 6-5, and he grounds out to short. So a nice chance for a home run, but Millan really couldn't do anything with it. Here's Bruce Beauclair. Beauclair is 0 for 2. Pence will deal 3-6. That's a strikeout. 19. No, that's too high. Beauclair will go ahead and swing. 2-3. Base hit to right field. Beauclair has a single. And he will hold at first. And now the fans get on their feet for Dave King Kong Kingman. Kingman is 1 for 3. Had a big blast. They're still looking for that ball. I don't think they'll find it in New York. It might have wound up in New Jersey. Kingman is 1 for 3. 1 out. The infield is halfway. We'll see if anything happening on the bases. And that is a 15 no. Nothing happening. Pence will go ahead and pitch to Kingman. And that's a 3-4. That is a double question mark. King a righty. A 1-4 is a single up the middle. The 19 is too high. Kingman will swing. 2-4, and it's a fly out to right. And out number 2. And now here's Ed Kranepool. Kranepool is 0 for 3. Anything on the bases? That is an 18 no. Pence will go ahead and pitch. 1-3, blank. Kranepool swings. 4-1, base hit to right field, single for Kranepool. Beauclair's base running rating is a 3. With 2 outs, it's a 4. Right fielder Gross -1 is a 3. A 1-3, Beauclair makes third. That is a 5. He'll have to hold at second. Kranepool keeps it up. Single for Kranepool, runners at first and second. And now the batter is Del Unser. Unser is 2 for 3. 2 outs here, bottom of the 7th, runners at first and second. Anything happening on the bases? An 8, no. Pence will pitch to Unser. Pence, 4-1. Again a home run with a question mark. Unser a lefty. A 1-11. The 16 is too high. And Unser definitely had a chance to hit 1 out. So that is a blank, but Unser gets the swing. That's a 6-6, and it's a fly out to center field to end the inning. No runs, 2 hits for the Mets after 7, tied at 3. We go to the top of the 8th inning. No, you're not the only one. You looked 50 back in the 70s. That's true. Top of the 8th inning, Greg Gross leads off for the Astros. Seaver's got, let's see here, Seaver's got about 5 batters before he gets tired. They're going to keep him out there. He is due to bat 3rd in the 8th inning, so this will probably be Seaver's last inning. Seaver will pitch. 2-4. That's a blank. He's not tired. Gross will swing. 6-1. Base hit center field. Gross has a single for the Astros. Leadoff base hit. He goes to first. Seaver was getting massive strikeout rolls, and now he can't get anybody out. And now here's Rob Andrews. Infield will go halfway. Andrews had a big leadoff double in the last inning. He's 1 for 3. Gross really not a stealing threat. Nothing on the bases. He'll stay right where he's at. Seaver will pitch to Andrews. 2-3. That's at the park. Shea Stadium says 2-4, and that's going to be a fly out to right. 1 man down. And here's Cesar Cedeno. Cedeno is 0 for 3. Checking on a strat. That is a 16. Nothing happening. Seaver will go ahead and pitch to Cedeno. 6-1. Strikeout 12. Barely misses it. No strikeout. That is a 6 plus 5 is an 11. Wow, Cedeno avoids it. He gets the swing. 1-6. Base hit past first. It's a single for Cedeno. Gross has a base running rating of 2, and he will make 3rd. And the Astros are 90 feet away from taking the lead. Tied at 3, Cedeno gets a base hit past first. Now the infield will have to come in. And the batter will be Bob Watson. Watson is 1 for 3, had a big RBI single his last time up. Runners at the corners. Seaver will pitch to him. Checking anything on a strat. That is a 4. That is a 4. Nothing with Gross, but Cedeno's got a good chance to steal. And I think I'm going to send Cedeno. 16 plus 1 is a 17. Grody's a 0. Gross is going to stay where he's at. Cedeno is on his way to second to steal. A 1-17, Cedeno is safe. Yes, barely gets under the tag. Cedeno steals second base. And that takes away the double. That takes away a big play there. They'll keep the infield in, but that does take away a possible double play. And now runners and 2 runners in scoring position. Cesar Cedeno a stolen base. And now runners at second and third. Reynolds says take out Seaver. Not quite yet. Seaver will go ahead and pitch. We'll first see if anything happening on the bases. 16, no. Seaver will pitch. 5-3. Strikeout 4. Got him. He gets Watson. Struck him out. And that is strikeout number 10 for Seaver. 2 outs. He gets a big K. And now with the batter is Jose Cruz. Cruz is 2 for 3, a single and a double. Seaver, let's see. This could be his last batter. He will be tired after Cruz. 2 outs, tied at 3. Seaver looking on. Anything on the bases? No. Seaver will pitch. 3-3. That's a blank. Cruz will swing. 3-2. Base hit past third. It's a single for Cruz. The Astros take the lead. Gross will come in to score. He will come in to score. Cedeno's base running rating is a 4. Becomes a 5 with 2 outs. But on a single past third, he cannot score. He'll have to hold at third. Cruz on at first. And the Astros have taken a 4-3 lead in the top of the 8th. Unbelievable. Seaver pitches a gem, and then the wheels absolutely fall off. Four to three. Stadium and Section 518 groan. Section 1933 cheers. Yay! 4 to 3 now, and that will be it for Seaver. Oh, wow, it was a promising looking start. But that's it for Seaver. He is now tired, and the Mets have to go to the pen. The next batter for the Astros is Enos Cabell. We'll see who the Mets want to bring in. And coming on to pitch for the Mets will be Bob Apodaca. 3 wins, 7 losses, 5 saves, a 2.81 ERA. What a tough way for Seaver to lose it there right now. Top of the 8th, 4 to 3. And now Bob Apodaca will pitch to Enos Cabell. 2 outs. Oh, whatever, Phil. Cabell is 0 for 3. Runners at first and third. Cabell at the plate. I am rolling a strat still. That is an 18. Nothing happening. Apodaca will pitch. That's a 3-2. Strikeout 3. Got him. He will strike out Cabell, and the inning will be over. 1 run for the Astros on 3 hits. A stolen base. Bottom of the 8th. 4-3 Houston. Bottom of the 8th inning coming up. Let's see. Gene Pence has about 2 more batters he can face. Jerry Grody leads off for the Mets. Pence will pitch to him. Pence has about 2 more batters left. And Pence is also due to bat third. So the Astros are going to see if Pence can get through the inning. Bottom of the 8th. Pence will pitch to Grody. Grody is 0 for 2. Pence, 4-4. Double question mark. Grody a righty. A 1-4 is a single up the middle. The 10 is too high. Grody will swing. 2-1. Ground out to short. Out number 1. And that will bring up Bud Harrelson. Harrelson is 1 for 3. Pence will pitch. 4-5. Walk. 18. Yes, he walks Harrelson. He barely does, but he got him. Harrelson will trot down to first. A walk for Harrelson puts a runner on base. Bob Apodaca coming back. The Mets will bring on a pinch hitter, and that is going to be John Milner. Milner will come on and pinch hit against Pence. Pence is now tired, and they're going to take Pence out, and the Astros are going to go to the bullpen. The pitcher is due to bat third, so they're going to come out with they're going to come out with Paul Seaver, a lefty. Paul Seaver, no wins, 2 losses, a 3.16 ERA. Force is getting warmed up for the 9th, but you don't want to bring him out now because he is due to bat third. So here's Paul Seaver against Milner. Harrelson on at first. He is a bit of a threat to steal. 1 out. Let's see if he gets it, though. He needs a 1. Nope. Seaver will go ahead and pitch to Milner. Seaver, 4-4. That's a blank. Milner, 3-2. Ground ball to third. Does he turn the double play? 2-0. The infield automatically halfway. 2-0. 3. Second base for the is Andrews. He's a 0. A 1-3. It's a twin killing. Yes, they do. Third base to second base to first base. Double play. Inning over. A walk is all the Mets get. The Mets with a 3-0 lead. But now the Astros have a 4-3 lead. And that is it after 8. We go to the top of the ninth. Coming on to bat for the Astros is Ed Herman. May see a pinch hitter for him. Let me see. And yes, they will. So Herman's going to come back. He was the catcher. Skip Jutsey is going to take over at catcher, but he's not going to pinch hit. It's going to be Leon Roberts. He's going to pinch hit for the Astros. A better pinch hitter, 289 average. The Mets have to go to the bullpen, and they're going to bring out their closer, Skip Lockwood. 10 wins, 7 losses, 19 saves, a 2.67 ERA. It's up to Lockwood to try to keep it a 4-3 game, so the Mets can maybe win it in the bottom of the ninth. Skip Lockwood against Leon Roberts. Top of the ninth. Lockwood with the pitch. And that's a 5-5 against the righty. Strikeout plus. Yep, got him easily with that. And that is an easy strikeout on Roberts. Struck him out. Lockwood gets the K. Skip Jutsey will take over at catcher. The next batter is Roger Metzger. Metzger, I would normally take him out, but he's 2 for 3. I can't take him out. He's having a great night. So Roger Metzger is going to come on and bat against Lockwood. Lockwood will pitch. 4-4 against a lefty switch. That's a blank. Metzger swings 2-5. That's a ground out to first. 2 men down. And now a pinch hitter coming up for Seaver. And let's see who that's going to be. And the Astros are going to bring up Jerry Devannon. Has a 290 average. He'll pinch hit for the pitcher. So here's Jerry Devannon, 290 average, a homer, 20 RBIs. He'll go up against Lockwood. Lockwood with the pitch. 3-5. That's at the park. Shea Stadium says 4-4. That's grounded at the plate. That would normally be a grounder at the plate, but Skip Lockwood has a special K against a righty. A 1-6 would be a strikeout. That is a 5, and he strikes him out instead. Struck him out, side retired. As you only read a special K if it's an out off the ballpark or the hitter's card. Struck him out, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. 4-3 Astros. Will we see some ninth inning magic? As Steeler fan says no. The Astros will bring in their closer, and that will be Ken Forsch. Will the Force be with him? 4 wins, 3 losses, 19 saves, a 2.15 ERA. The Mets have the top of the order leading off. And that is Mike Phillips. Phillips is 2 for 4. Force will pitch. 4-3, top of the ninth. Pitch from Force. 5-1. That's at the park. Shea Stadium 3-3. Fly out to left. Out number 1. 1 out. And now Felix Millan. He's 1 for 4. Force will pitch. 2-6. That's a range play. Millan swings. That's a 5-1. That's a base hit to second base, but that's a range play, and that is hit to Rob Andrews. His range is a 2. No, that's going to get by him, and the tying run is on. Millan gets it past Andrews, and that's a single. Tying run is on base. What? Did you expect a 1-2-3 closing inning at RJL 518? Doubt it. The next batter for the Mets will be Bruce Beauclair. Beauclair is 1 for 3, singled his last time up. Millan is a stealing threat, but he's not going to be going anywhere, though, with a 7. But I will still roll the Strat. Infield halfway. Strat says a 9, nothing happening. Force will pitch. That's a 1-2. Strikeout 15. Yes, struck him out. Beauclair at 12, but with a +5 from 17, that makes it a 15, and Force gets him. Oh, that time the stadium does not help the Mets. And now the fans are on their feet. 2 men down, and the batter is Kong. Dave Kingman straps up to the plate. Kingman is 1 for 4, has a home run, a 2-run jack. Very capable of hitting a homer off of Force. 4-3, bottom of the 9th. Can Dave Kingman hit a big one again? But Kingman is a big strikeout artist. 2 outs. They go talk to Force on the mound for a moment how they want to pitch to Kingman. You may think of walking him, but I don't think you do that and put the tying run in scoring position. You let Kingman beat you. Here we go. Force will pitch to Kingman. Here comes the pitch. It's a 3-3 against the righty. It's a blank. Kingman will get a chance to swing. Here it comes. It's a 4-4, and it's a line shot right to first base. Bob Watson puts up his glove, block, and the ball goes right into it. Line out to first. That's your game. Astros come from behind and beat the Mets 4-3 tonight. Rigged. No runs, a hit for the Mets. As the Astros come away with a rigged game on the Mets, I'm going to protest my own dice. They were horrible. 3-0 lead, and everything fell apart. But the Astros get a 4-3 win on the Mets, and that is the first loss for the Mets on the board. They're now 4-1 on the board. Final line score and 10-minute ticker coming up. Don't go away. Rigged. Steeler fan jinxed my dice. It's his fault. He jinxed my dice. It's all Steeler fans' fault. I blame him. A great ball game, though. Mets lost, but a great ball game either way. For the Astros, 4 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. For the Mets, 3 runs on 10 hits and no errors. The winning pitcher is Gene Pence. He actually comes away with the win. Seaver takes the loss, and Bob Force does get the save. So the Force was with him. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball of Replay Sports. A 4-3 win for the Astros here on my Mets. Tough loss. But that's what happens sometimes. Can't win them all. Let's get to the ticker. July 17th. California taking on Baltimore. California with a 7. 14, and that is 1 run. Baltimore has a 3. 41, and that's 2. Baltimore will beat the Angels. Milwaukee at the White Sox. Milwaukee with a 9. 11, that's a 0. White Sox have an 8. 66, that's 9. So the White Sox pound the Brewers into submission, 9-0. Oakland at Detroit. Oakland with a 13. 23, and that is 3 runs. Detroit has an 11. 34, and that is 4 runs. Detroit will beat the A's. A rare win for the Tigers. Boston at Kansas City. Boston with a 9. 61, that's 6. Kansas City has a 9. 62, and that's 6. Wow, we got a tie. Boston has not been playing well lately. Boston's clutch is a -2. 6 minus 2 is 4. And Kansas City's clutch is a 1. 1 plus 6 is a 7. That's going to be 3 runs for the Royals, and they will win this game 9-6. Cleveland at Minnesota. Cleveland has a 10. 56, and that is 6 runs. Yeah, great game and quicker than a period of hockey. Yeah, I know. Minnesota with a 13. 31, and that is 4 runs. The Indians will beat the Twins. Yankees and the Rangers. The Yankees have a 23. 26, and that is 5 runs. The Rangers have a 6. 22, and that is 1 run. So another win for the New York Yankees. Montreal and the Reds. The Expos have a 9. 11, that's not going to cut it. That's a 0. The Reds have a 15. That's going to go to the Reds either way, 64, and that is going to be a 9, and that game belongs to the Reds. Cubs taking on the Dodgers. Cubs have a 6, and that is a 43. That is a 43. That is 3 runs for the Cubs. Dodgers have a 12, 24, and that is 3 runs, and we got a tie. So we'll see what happens on the extras. Cubs have a clutch of 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. The Dodgers have a clutch of 1. So 1 plus 4 is 5. The Cubs will win that game with a run, and it'll be a 4-3 win for the Cubs over the Dodgers. ID Jester joins us here into the game. Atlanta at Pittsburgh. Atlanta has an 8. That's a 24, and that is 2 runs for the Braves. The Pirates have a 13. 56, that's 7. The Pirates will beat the Braves. Cardinals at the Padres. Cardinals have a 9. 54, that is 5 runs. The Padres have a 4. 56, not going to cut it. That actually will cut it. 4, yep, that's 5 runs as well. We got extras between the Cardinals and the Padres. St. Louis with a clutch of -1. That's a 4. The Padres have a clutch of 2. 6. The Padres will get 2 runs. They will win the game in extra innings, 7-5. Philadelphia taking on the Giants. The Phillies have an 11. 65. That is 8 runs for the Phillies. The Giants have a 5. 32. And that is 2 runs, and the Phillies will beat the Giants. Moving on to July 18th, California taking on Baltimore. California has a 12, 24, and that is 3 runs. Baltimore has a 10, 14, that's 1 run. The Angels will beat the O's. Milwaukee taking on the White Sox. Milwaukee has an 11, 36, and that is 4. The White Sox have a 6, 65, and that is 7. The White Sox get a rare win. They'll beat the Brewers. Oakland at Detroit. We have Oakland at Cleveland tomorrow. Oakland, actually Tuesday, I should say. No game on Memorial Day. Oakland with an 18, 45. And that is 6 runs. Detroit has an 11, 15, and that is going to be 2 runs. The Athletics will win it. Boston taking on Kansas City. The Red Sox have an 8, 65. That's an 8. Maybe the Red Sox can get a win. They've not been rolling well. Kansas City, though, has an 11, a 34. That's going to be 4. The Red Sox get a win, and they needed that. Cleveland and Minnesota. Cleveland with a 14, 35, and that is 4 runs. Minnesota has an 8, 31, and that is 3 runs. That'll be a win for the Tribe. Yankees taking on the Rangers. Yankees have a 16, 21, and that is 3 runs. Rangers have a 6, 35, and that is also 3 runs, so we've got extras between these two. Yankees have a clutch of -1, so a 6 minus 1 is 5. Texas's clutch is a 0. That is a 4, and that's going to be a win for the Yankees. They get the extra run, 4-3 in extras. Philadelphia taking on the Dodgers. Philadelphia has an 11, 54, and that is 6 runs for the Phils. The Dodgers have a 6, 44, and that's 4. The Phillies will win that one and beat the Dodgers. Astros and the Expos in a doubleheader. Houston, game 1. Houston has an 18. 65. That is 10 runs for the Astros. Montreal with an 8. I don't think they can win it. Nope. No matter what they roll, they can't win it. 46, and that is going to be 4 runs. Astros win game 1. Game 2, Astros have a 12. 36. That's 4 runs. The Expos have a 6. 65, they will win that one. That is a 7. So the Astros and the Expos split a doubleheader. Atlanta taking on the Mets. The Braves have an 8, a 15, and that is 1 run. The Mets have a 13, and I need to roll a 12 or higher. And I do 51, and that's going to be 6 runs. And the Mets will have a happy recap, at least in that game. Cincinnati taking on the Pirates. The Reds have a 16. 66. That's going to be 11. The big red machine is pounding. Pittsburgh with a 10. 21. And that is 2. And that game belongs to the Reds. Cubs taking on the Padres. Cubs with a 15. 46. And that is 6 runs. The Padres have a 7, 11, and that's not lucky because that is a 0 as the Cubs will knock out the Padres. St. Louis and the Giants in a doubleheader. Game 1, St. Louis has an 8, 22, and that is 2 runs. Giants have a 7, 61, that is 6 runs. Giants win game 1. Game 2, Cardinals have a 14. 33, and that is 4 runs. Giants have a 9. 66, that's 9 runs. The Giants will win both games from the Cardinals, and as a Mets fan, I'm happy about that. So the Cardinals don't gain any games on the Mets. They actually lose a half game there. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always Tuesday because I'm not going to do a game tomorrow night for Memorial Day. Before I go, I would like to say something before I go, though. I would like to say on this Memorial Day, let's please all remember the people, the soldiers, the people who have passed away, who have died for our country, who served for our country, who made the ultimate sacrifice against all enemies, foreign and domestic. We do want to remember those days for Memorial Day. And so we do want to give them a thank you very much for paying that sacrifice so that we can have what we have today. So once again, on this Memorial Day, we will go ahead. I will give a 10-second of silence for the ones who have fallen throughout this entire country history, from the first shots fired at Lexington to everything that's happened today, to everything that's gone on to the present day. A moment of silence for the ones who have fallen on this Memorial Day. Thank you very much. Steeler fan, Philip Reynolds, ID Jester, BBBB. Let's see here. Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims, Tribe Fan 879, Brian Patterson, Ronald Spersky, and everyone here. Thank you for joining me. Please leave a like on your way out through the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. And please ring that bell so you know when I get online. Stay safe. stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys next time. What a game today. The Astros come back and beat the Mets. They get a 4-3 win on my Mets at Shea Stadium. Rigged. And we'll see you guys next time. Take care, everyone. Have a good night.